Okay, so couple things. The last week I've been sick. This time of the year usually does that. That's why the lighting. I had to close my curtains. I got blackout curtains, so because it got too cold, which does not help. It got me, arms and legs, so I could hardly move for like days, so let alone record. I said I would do Gen V, doing Gen V, the first two episodes, as best I can. Uh, well, I still remember it because I'm still, yeah. So Gen V opens in the past, and you see Stillwell in her fake ass smile, which I have not missed. I've never liked it. Talking about some whatever, and it's being watched by a family. Uh, the mom, the dad, two girls, and two girls are reenacting some picture. Uh, and the older sister gets sick. She goes to the restroom. She's 12 years old. I'm not qualified to talk about what happens, but you get the idea. And that's how the powers you see right there in the picture happen. And she winds up taking out most of her family except her sister by accident. And obviously I stick with the both of them. Sister wants nothing to do with her. And she's the main girl here. What was her name again? Something Moreau. I have a better idea. Marie Moreau, that's her. Yeah, the main girl wants to be a superhero. And I think she has some pretty cool powers. I mean, blood powers. You don't see that too often. You got Scarlet from Mortal Kombat, Carnage from Spider-Man, that girl from Elfen just wants to go heal. That's it. Now this girl. Uh, and you meet the other characters who are older, and frankly, I don't care for them. You got the black dude. You got what's his name? I didn't get. You got his friend who they like to call Golden Boy, and I got real Homelander vibes from him. But I was wrong, and I'll circle back pinning that. You got this blonde girl with weird eyes I don't trust, but she appears to be maybe a good person, but her powers are persuasion is what it is. She touches you and you do whatever she says, consensually. But like, as we'll circle back to, that's in fucking air quotes. And you have her roommate, Marie's roommate, who's this adorable blonde girl, this adorable short hair blonde girl named Emma. And this dynamic here, a woman of color, which I absolutely hate that phrase, paired with a short hair, paired with an adorable short hair blonde girl named Emma, and they're both attending school on a campus full of students with special powers and abilities. Just seem real familiar to me. The difference is this Emma is foul mouthed, and she's kind of like, if you remember the termite from The Boys, she has the same powers but way more messed up. Like termite can just shrink and basically go inside you. This girl has to throw up to shrink. I mean, at this point, if you're watching Gen V, you know what you're signed up for. I mean, they opened it. I mean, damn, yeah. And instantly, the only two arcs I care about are for the two roommates. Yeah, because the roommate, of course, budget up with this dude who has a small dick and makes her shrink so he doesn't seem bigger. And it's like that scene from season 3, episode 1 of The Boys, except way less violent and bloody. Actually, it's intriguing. Like, I don't know how they filmed that. This girl's just climbing a giant dick and she's punching the balls and it's just saying her lines. Oh, I want to know how they did that. That seems fun and funny. He's just asking her questions. Is it the biggest dick you've ever seen? She's like, well, I mean, I mean, in theory, like, she did have to shrink for it to be. And that circles back to episode 2, but whatever. That's her whole thing. And this episode starts with a warning. And I thought for sure it would be the roommate. I was like, but I like her, but it wasn't her. And she's like an influencer getting those comments, those annoying comments, which thankfully nobody's been dumb enough to leave in my section because I'm just not the dude for that at all. But yeah, because she's an influencer and she like shrinks and fights her guinea pig or whatever. I thought that won me over because it's no secret I love combat sports or wrestling, and she's wrestling her guinea pig. Again, adorable. And she's played by Liz or Lizzie Broadway, which literally the other day IMDb told me they posted a list telling me who to look out for, and she was on that list. And now I'm watching it with Gen V, and she's on there. So I don't know who this Liz Broadway is, but okay, my eyes are on her. So yeah, then we go back to Golden Boy, cause mostly about him too. He's been given the puss. He's about to be in the 7. He's given a costume, one that won't burn. That's his power. So he can burn like a like a lamplighter. And that circles back too, cause I got questions about that. But yeah, like lamplighter, he can burn and set people on fire. And so, and like any superhero, he has a messed up story. His brother unalived himself. But again, circle back. And it's something to do with something that happened in the woods. Kind of reminds me of that Marvel movie, New Mutants. Like I saw a lot of people saying this movie's pointing out what X-Men did wrong to the mutants. I'm like, so far I'm seeing the parallels. But yeah. Oh, and Clancy Brown's in this as, not the dean, because that's some other woman who I don't like, some authority figure who has the power to expel students. And he seems likable, but it's actually a dick as for the course of this franchise. But yeah, I thought for a second we were going to hear him cuss. It'd be like Detroit Become Human, like hearing Mr. Krabs cuss, but no, he's a dick without cussing. But yeah, so he's dealing with that and having, like, he mentions nightmares with this girl with the eyes I don't trust. He's like, why would you stop having him? He said, didn't say I would. That's their weird foreplay thing. Whatever gets you there, man. Yeah, so Marie winds up hanging out with these people, and they go out and do all the drugs, because again, this is the world of boys. And the black dude's sawing off. It's literally like the episode of Family Guy where Jesus is sawing off, and he winds up setting the place on fire. It's literally just like that, except this dude can control things like metal, I guess, like Magneto. And he's sawing off for a girl, turns a coin to like a bug or something. Attempts to have it fly in somebody's drink, but somebody knocks into him and it goes inside a girl's throat. Just cuts her. On the other side, not where his veins are, so she could be safe, but those fucking seniors, they run. But not Marie. She stays, she has the blood power, she does her own kind of blood transfusion, saves this girl, and is almost expelled her troubles. Again, if you're this far, you know why. Politics and shit. And then there's this whole thing about, I'll get there. But yeah, and, there was the bi-gender person. What I knew of this show is, before I started watching it, is to spin off of the boys. Their take on X-Men, super fucked up, in that there are 2 characters who are bi-gender. We met one, and at first I kind of a dick, I'll say, to the main character. But then right after she's almost expelled, like that's when Golden Boy shows up and walks right past her. She turns around. She's like, no, fuck this. And she turns around, about to fight to stay. And sees Golden Boy murder Clancy Brown. Yeah. Just sets him on fire by hugging him. And she starts running, and she runs right into the bi-gender person. Like, I've heard that word twice now, my entire life. Once, way years ago, I don't know where, and now here. If you're new here, look, I'm obviously an ally to the whole rainbow. I am. I do my best to try to educate myself to say the proper terms, not offend anyone. I don't know what bigender is. I don't. But yeah. So they run in there, them, like, I don't know how to describe this person. They can change their genders. And they have, like, powers, like super strength, I guess. And they start fighting Golden Boy pretty well. I keep saying Golden Boy's strongest, strongest student there, but, like, this bigender person's holding their own against them, at least for a while. And Golden Boy's trying to murder Marie, and wants to run into his friend outside. And this is like the relationship between these two dudes. Like, you don't often see two dudes that tell each other they love each other as openly and as much as these two do. I was very impressed, you know. But yeah, he hugs him, tells him he loves him. I'm like, I just set his friend on fire. No. He ascends to the heavens, to the skies, sets himself on fire, and explodes. If that sounds familiar, that's what Lamplighter did. He set himself on fire. When he started, they removed his statue at the 7 building, which is weird because they all have statues here on this campus, even Lamplighter, which is weird because they moved his statue from the 7. He burned a bunch of children alive accidentally, but still has a statue here around these kids. And I don't know, it's weird. It just throws me off every time. And he has his own school there too. Like, what? I guess it's another one of like many commentaries of this franchise. This one being having statues of historical figures who history wanted to believe were good people but were actually not. So maybe that's what that is. Yeah, and then I believe that is the episode. They play Hole, Love Hole. Beginning they play Megan Thee Stallion. See my thoughts on her. Just watch my She-Hulk review, which apparently there's a season 2. I wasn't feeling her music in this episode, or like had music in these two first episodes. Like just I'm like, this music is terrible. They play Hole or the Donnas or Venus. So we'll get to that scene. But yeah, I think that ends episode 1. And as far as people from the first show, the parent show, Stillwell's in the past and the opening as is fucking A-Train. You know, thankfully he got the opportunity. But yeah, we know what he did with that though. And then Ashley, main Ashley, appears at the end to do the whole this season on Gen V, which I hate when they do that. I don't want to know spoilers, man. But I wrote a subject. Apparently, I mentioned season 3, episode 1 of The Boys. Apparently, that happens again. I literally just spoiled myself trying to find this picture here. I know who it happens to. I don't know why or anything like that. But yeah, so episode 2. Oh wait, so before dude unallows himself, he says something to his friend. He's like, yeah, okay. We find out what that was in episode 2. And that's that his father knows, that being the black dude's father knows, and his father's played by Sean Patrick Thomas, which surprised the hell out of me. And I like that he's a superhero called Polarity. That's awesome. Like, I ain't seen him in a minute. And if he's supposed to be the villain, that should be interesting. He has the chops to do it. I'm always seeing him as, I don't want to say the black dude, but like, the romantic interest or the older, or black dude with a bunch of knowledge. I don't see him as the villain, though. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, so Marie is painted as the hero. I said that just as some advertising for the movie Paint comes up. Is painted as the hero for stopping Golden Boy, except she didn't. But again, if you're new here, politics. And the I should really learn the name. Jordan Lee. Oh wow, it's the unisex name too. Jordan Lee. Starts him. It's like you didn't fight Golden Boy. I did. Why you letting him say this? And rightfully so. Marie points out that it was Jordan Lee trying to get her expelled. and that she hung out with them once. She don't know them. And that Golden Boy tried to murder her, so she really doesn't know Jordan Lee's shit, which is true. And Jordan Lee's like, that's very true, but nobody cares about the bites into person, at least not until Clancy Brown. Now that he's gone. Like, nobody cares and everything. They're like, okay. And she just wants her to tell the truth, which I do too. And we'll circle back to that, because just I was having a thought. Anyway. But yeah, and so it's more of an investigation, I guess, as to whatever went down in the woods. The black dude was trying to find out what happened. We find out that Golden Boy's brother, surprise, surprise, is still alive and being tortured. Basically, like again, what happened in X-Men New Mutants. Yeah. And he's grown now. So, yeah. Emma, poor Emma, she befriends this brunette girl who, I suppose I didn't notice at first. The way she speaks sort of gave it away that she kind of sucks. She's supposed to be this women empowerment kind of person, but like, she totally used Emma to get views, exposing how Emma shrinks and everything. And Emma confronts her, and for a second she's like, well, shit. But she's like literally filming the girl with the tail, doing Felicia with her tail, and she's pretty apprehensive about it. She doesn't want to do it, so how pro women are you? I mean, literally, I was like, this is kind of like the, like I said on YouTube, but a certain form of furniture. You understand what I mean? Like, it was kind of like that. Like, yeah. And we see the relationship grow between Emma and her roommates. And as we get closer to this interview that Marie's supposed to do, she's debating whether or not to tell the truth. We think she is, but then she doesn't. She reads their script. And just as I was thinking, finally a black character who isn't little human shit. This happens. But then she sent a text, I think I fucked up. Like, yeah, you did. The ending. So this girl says she uses her powers with consent. At the end, Black Dude's investigating what happened, and he's in Clancy Brown's office, and he finds something, manages to get out, and then he's caught in stairs. They have this device for soups, it's some kind of sound thing, fucks him up, and right as the guard is like, right up on him, about to get him, another guy shows up and it's like, stop that, and you can tell she's being controlled, and she describes exactly what she wants this guard to do with his flashlight, and then what she's going to do with it when he's done. And I haven't heard the phrase chocolate starfish since Limp Bizkit. She's like, and when you're done, I'm going to stick this up your chocolate starfish. I'm like, what? And then yeah, what happens does happen consensually. And it reveals that, yeah, it was a girl with the powers. And then she passes out in the episode, and they play Venus, which I love that song. Venus by Bananarama. And Venus, like, she's her Greek counterpart, Aphrodite, one of my favorite Greek gods. Like, come on. So yeah, that's how episode 2 ends. Yeah, Black Dude find out his dad might have something to do with whatever went down in the woods. Find out that Golden Boy's brother's still out there. Find out what consent means with this girl with the eyes I don't trust. More about Emma. More about Marie. Oh, and right before Marie has the interview, the reporter woman is like, we reached out to your sister, and she's like, you did? Like, yeah, via email. She's like, I get that email. She's like, she had nothing to do with you. I think that got Marie's head. That's why she did what she did. So I'm still crossing fingers. We got a black character who's not a human shit or straight up being sold and auctioned off by older white dudes. Okay. So yeah. I love Mother's Milk. Yeah, love Mother's Milk. My favorite character in The Boys. I see enough of it's valid for me to form an opinion. So. But yeah, okay, that's one. Literally one. Oh, Malcolm Barrett, I guess, the dude with no dick. Okay. Oh, speaking of side characters from The Boys, the dude who directed that Seven movie is now an acting teacher because he basically pulled a deep. Yeah, whip your dick out in front of a girl and reward her with a job. That's how that works. Okay. But yeah, that's all I have. I'm digging this so far. It's about time for me to stop talking. Maybe take Medicaid again. Thank you for watching.